A month since losing the mayoral election, Curtis Sliwa has returned to his role as the founder of the Guardian Angels, a volunteer security group that's been patrolling the streets of New York since the 1970s. And while the success of Eric Adams came as no surprise in the heavily Democrat city, he says many have been shocked by his support amongst the city's Asian American community.
1,000 Chinese Americans turned out at a rally in Sunset Park for me. That was the largest rally of the campaign for anybody. And the mainstream media ignored it. My Democrat opponents and a lot of Democrats did not pay attention to the subjects that were most important to the Asian American communities.
Eric Adams won the mayoral contest convincingly, with 67% of the vote across the city, against just 28% for Sliwa. But a breakdown shows Sliwa secured 44% of ballots in precincts where more than half of residents are Asian. Sliwa is a well-known figure in New York's Chinatowns, where his volunteers have been patrolling to protect Asian Americans from increasing incidents of hate crime. And while some of that has been blamed on the anti-Asian rhetoric of Donald Trump, it didn't stop Sliwa from gaining support while representing the former president's party. Phil Wong is a registered Democrat, but campaigned and voted for Sliwa in the election.
I did not leave the Democratic Party. The Democratic Party left me. And it's really simple. When you look at their policies in the past 4 or 5 years, from defunding the police to removing programs that work in school systems. I don't have a problem voting for Republicans when you have Democrats coming up with these cancellation policies that destroys the city.
As the fastest growing population in the US, Asian Americans and Pacific Islanders are becoming an increasingly important voting bloc across America.
I've been talking with my colleagues about the fact that we need to listen to Asian Americans more. There have been times when I have had to differ from my colleagues because it's not what the Asian American community is looking for. And so this is something that the party itself, my party, the Democratic Party, needs to pay much more attention to.
Curtis Sliwa hasn't ruled out running for office again, and he says his candidacy has sparked recognition from both parties of the importance of Asian American voters in the city. Sarah Walton, CGTN, New York.